everyone. Welcome to another edition of Short on Shorts. We're halfway through the season. I am one of your hosts, Michelle Nunes, and to my right are the rest of your hosts. We have Kevin Allen Jackson, Maria Perry.
Hello.
And Brett Erlich.
Never fails.
Nice.
Shoulder
action. Ooh, that is so nice.
Deep shoulder.
Are we going to start dancing doing this?
I'm down for that.
Let's do it.
If we're going to dance for something, it better be for Cosmos Laundromat. That's what we're reviewing today. Cosmos Laundromat, first cycle. It's an experimental animation film written by Esther Wooda and directed by Mathieu Auvray, featuring a suicidal sheep and the compassionate stranger who gives him a second chance at experiencing a new life. This is part of what is to be a feature film pieced together by several different unique teams of creators, all using open source software that you can get on the internet for free. Can you believe that? It's free to share and remix under a permissive license. So this was just made from technology that's out there.
Yes, the Blender Foundation is what it's called. It's an organization in, I want to say it's in the Netherlands, but I might be wrong. It's somewhere in Europe. And it's just a publicly financed creation of open source 3D animation software. And you're right, anyone can use it. It's awesome stuff.
What they did with that, just the visuals. We were talking about how
the hair looks so real.
And I've watched this movie probably like 6 times.
Right.
Every time I want to reach out and fluff the sheep.
Good.
It's so real.
I mean, that's a real want.
So this film starts with a suicidal sheep, which I think is a really good choice for.
That's about all you need to know. Suicidal sheep.
Just go check it
Animated.
So
awesome.
The visual aspects are great.
Yes.
And the story is that of a sad sheep who's given a second chance at life. What did you think about it on the whole?
The first couple of minutes, I was really angry. And I was really angry because it starts out with this suicidal sheep trying to hang himself. And I'm like, he has hooves. How? But they actually do address that, and that made it much more enjoyable from then on.
Moment.
Like, that was a relief for me. And as soon as that moment came, I could really get behind the rest of it. I don't know why it caused such anxiety, but like, no, he has hooves.
I have to say that I have no idea what this is about. It is called Cosmos Laundromat, and that's because of what happens at the end. Which, should we not say what happens at the end?
Is
that a spoiler?
Everyone, go watch the film right now. Then come back and enjoy
It's a nice little moment to have. So we're not going to tell you.
Okay. Well,
you can pause this right now.
No. We'll tell you at the end of this video. So just stay until the end
at
of our
the end?
video.
That's a good hook. Yeah, that's a good solution. I like it. But it's everything that everyone said. It's visually stunning. It's amazing that you can get the software to do this, what
for
they
free.
did for nothing, which it's just, and it's, I've seen a bunch of stuff that has come out of the Blender Foundation, and it's all in its own way sort of equally experimental and awesome because of how much fun they're having. I mean, this is just an awesomely goofy story, and I have no idea what it's about. I gotta say.
But I love that it's set up to be a round robin.
We get from a cliff with a sheep who's trying to hang himself to something that makes the title make sense.
Not yet.
But it's set up to be continued, is what he's saying.
Oh, I know,
so,
but still.
I didn't know that. That's really cool. I've just found that out just now. And
Okay,
I love that.
I want to talk about that because Alex is sitting over there, and we might have to bring her on. She's the one who writes our intros. And she's the one who,
Come on, Alex.
who shared with us that it's going to be turned into a feature film. And so then I was like, wait a second, is this one of those things where, remember when you were a kid and you would like draw the head and then you'd fold it over?
Yes.
And you only see the lines, like, and then the next person draws like the body? Is this one of those feature films where they only see I almost gave it away. They almost see the ending of this short film, and then they have to go from that? Like, how does that
I don't know. Or is it going to be one team?
This is no. They said it would be a bunch of different teams, but this is the short. It's kind of openly available.
Alex?
It would be silly for it to be only a minute.
Look at her.
Right.
Come on, Alex.
Alex?
Come on. She's shaking her head.
Don't pressure her. That's so mean.
Alex doesn't have any makeup on.
All right, but now you're on. Now you are part of this episode forever. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome.
But no, so like the video that exists now is out there. Obviously, we could find it. There's no reason the next group of people couldn't. But it feels like a really interesting sort of improv situation because whatever the last person leaves you with, you have to pick up and run with. Like, where do you go from that? You could go anywhere
This
from
has set
that.
up the opportunity for a lot of different things to happen,
Yes.
depending on whether you go from the perspective of the sheep or this strange figure that shows up, and the traveler, let's call him,
Well, the description called him a salesman.
the salesman, which is great.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
a laundromat salesman.
Okay, before we give away the ending and give it a rating, I have one more question. Do you think this is an allegory for religion?
I think it is the consequence of too much drug use. I think this is. Whoever
you
made
know,
this
the
has
actual
smoked
sheep.
a lot of dope.
And
Right.
then the salvation of the sheep in spite of his resistance because he accepted a gift from the salesman. I don't know. It
To
felt-
make all of your suffering make sense.
Exactly. And at the very last moment, before we see the last scene, you see the sheep in like this whirlwind of like euphoria in his nebula, and he goes towards a white light. So I was like,
Yeah, 100%. This is
Okay.
an alternate theory of existence and what we could all be living now. That's what I think is really cool about it.
Now, remember where this conversation started, a sheep trying to kill itself.
Yes. We can all identify with that every now and then. But
Especially
yes.
the hooves,
So
yeah.
do you want to reveal the end now that everyone's had an opportunity to pause and come back?
he wants to reveal the end.
Well,
You really do. Just
Yeah,
do
I
it.
can
I don't desperately want to,
All
but
right, let's not. I don't know.
that feels like it's...
So mean.
I'll just say that someone climbs out of a washing machine.
Yep,
That's it.
that old cliche.
So sheep wants to kill itself, something about God and religion, and then guy climbs out of a washing machine.
So if you don't want to watch it now, we don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, seriously. Yes, we could not hook you any better than that.
So, if in the overall rating scheme of things, I will say this is a supremely brilliant concept that I do think makes a ton of sense.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it makes so much sense. It gives you alternate theories of existence that all holds together. Some really interesting characters that I want to know more about. It's weird to like make a final call on something based on what's clearly like the opening salvo in maybe the beginning of something that is going to be way more fleshed out.
But could still be its own thing.
But
It is a standalone
I
piece.
feel 100% comfortable like sending this as the representative film of the kind of things that we have we're so lucky as to review on this show.
Sure.
And so I give it 5 shorts.
Cool.
I'm going to give it a 4 shorts just because when I was watching it, it didn't feel like it was a full story. But now I know that it's not, and that's really exciting. So I'm excited to see what comes next. I'm not sure where we're at with that. Give me another one.
Yeah.
So 4 shorts.
Okay. Yeah, no, the cool thing about this for me is that, like, I did not understand what they were trying to accomplish, but this is the kind of me not understanding that was okay because I felt like the filmmakers knew, right? When I feel like it doesn't make sense and the filmmakers don't know what's going on, that's when I don't like it, right? But if I don't get it, but I feel like the filmmakers get it and that there's some sort of consistency and there's some sort of like consistent thought that's been given to what the rules of this world are, then I'm okay. And I felt that way for this. So I'm gonna give it 5 shorts. It's really good.
Yes!
It is really good.
I'm giving it 5 shorts. I loved it. I thought that the graphics were stunning, the storyline is original, and anything with a universe kind of hooks me, so.
There you go. 4.75 shorts.
Awesome. What did you think of it? If you haven't watched it, click the link below to do so. Give us your thoughts in the comments section below and your own rating, and we'll see you next time on Short on Shorts.